Yo, what's up, everybody? Bully Black here for another episode of the Turnbuckle Wrestling Podcast. As always, we're here having fun and don't mind the mess. Kind of got a little pissed off earlier today. Can't explain why, but there's a lot to explain to that. If I did, well, there goes the fucking podcast. So, anyway, let me bring in my boy, which one boy is a little bit out of here because Bully Miller has a little thing he had to take care of. Can't tell you either. Don't ask. So let's bring in the man of the hour, the other bully of the BNO, Bully Bio. What's up, Bully?
What's up, Bully Black?
Not much. Just another beautiful night to do some bullying to people who fucking deserves it.
Hey, I'm down. I'm
we're all
always
down
down to
with
whoop.
that.
I'm always down to whoop somebody's ass.
So, we have a really great show coming on today. We are going to be bringing up the Impact show that we were at, which I hope all y'all watch and seen us in that show, which we'll show photos of it as we're going to tag along. We had some WWE action to talk about. We have some AEW action to talk about, and a local promotion that is happening in the tri-state area of Philadelphia. So sit tight, relax, and let's get on this roll on the road, shall we?
Hold on, I gotta make one announcement. If anybody's got questions or comments, can you just put them in the chat box or whatever Bully Black has set up, and we'll get to them.
We'll get to them and make sure that you have everything that you want to talk about, because we know, trust me, there's a lot to talk about and there's a lot of things that's going on. And especially the first thing I'm definitely going to bring up, and it was out of the left field that it came up. Triple H is retiring from being in performer of the wrestling world with WWE due to the fact that when he had the recent health issues with his heart. Bully Bio, you got a statement for anything?
To be honest, I'm glad that it's a smart move,
Right?
and it's to be honest, it's time. He's done everything in the business, all because he didn't hold all the titles, but he made history.
True.
He showed that also it's good to be a bad guy. It's also good to be a bully as well, as long as you're doing it for a good reason. And that's what DX was about. If any guys had a problem and it came out kept bullying, DX will come out and bully you. That's what we are. We're the bullies to the bullies. But when we come along, there's not a good ending.
Right. And with that, even when you put it down there, even with him time with the WWF/WWE, he is a 9-time WWE champion. He is a 5-time World Heavyweight champion. He's a 5-time Intercontinental champion. He is a 2-time European champion. He is a 1-time Unified Tag Team champion, a 2-time WWF Tag Team champion. He's been a King of the Ring back in 1997. He won the Royal Rumble twice back in 2002 and 2016. He won the Road of the WrestleMania tournament back in 2006. He's a 7-time Triple Crown champion, 2-time Grand Slam champion, and a 3-time Slammy Award winner with WWE. And he is technically in the Hall of Fame, but as a member of the Generation X.
No. All my characters, basically, some of them are developed from Triple H. I would tell anybody, if you're going to get into business and want to literally learn, watch The Rock, watch Stone Cold, watch Triple H, watch Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, Mankind, watch them guys and all that. You will learn, Jericho, all them, you will learn a lot. And it will help you if you're having trouble developing. Just look at them and it will help.
true. That is true. So that was one of the big WWE topics that came up, and I had to bring that had to be the first thing we bring up due to the fact that he did a lot of he brought a lot of things to us as kids from us being for fans and including future and present performers going into the business and the wrestling world with the pro wrestling world and all, because he pretty much did what most of us all did. He started out very low and he worked his way up, and like he didn't really start off with just WWE. He was with WCW, but it was only for a very short period of time, and he didn't really last long. And most WWE wrestlers pretty much start off with WCW.
My thing is, they call a lot of certain wrestlers legends because of their legacy.
Right.
Well, it should be that Triple H should be known as a legend as well, because
Agreed.
that man has done so much, not just as a performer, but also as a businessman. He brought wrestling to different parts of the world that you would never thought of wrestling would exist there.
True.
For example, UK, the UK Royal Regal might have had his hand into it, but Triple H had to approve it, and by approving it, you brought viewers now, but not just from the US. You got, like I said, you got the whole entire UK. Then you had the European, all that.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
you created the 205, the cruiserweight. That was pretty good. I wish, to be honest, I don't know why they killed the cruiserweight division like that.
I think it was because of the fact that it wasn't getting that much hype, to be honest. Because a lot of the people that were in it kept disappearing, or they kept going after something else. They are going after every title, and plus they weren't getting the real high viewing over the network. So they decided just to shut it down and get rid of the title. And plus, there wasn't many cruiserweights either in that division. It was very short.
Because to be honest, it is true. It's hard to stay a cruiserweight.
Yeah, it is. And mind you, trying to maintain that weight. Look at Matt. Matt had to try to get down to that decent weight in order to make sure that he could qualify for being a cruiserweight, because he had to drop 5-6 pounds before he was able to go after that title.
I think it was more than that.
And it's a lot. It's a lot to lose. Right now for me, my weight class would be considered as cruiserweight. Technically.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's shit that happens, everything else. And it looks like we have our first one. And we have from Gigi. She said, "Good evening, gentlemen."
Hey, what's up?
Finally got her coming up on the show, one of our fans. But anyway, we'll get into. Excuse me. Let's get into some of the AEW matches that's going on. So right now there was a match that came up with CM Punk versus FTR's Dax Hardwood. Which the match went back and forth. Punk took the victory over Dax, and he already attempted to get ready for the one thing that he wants the most right now. He gestured a title. So Punk's is looking for gold to wrap around his waist, but the question is, Bio, which title do you think Punk will be more suitable to win?
Now, the way Punk is doing what he always done. Work his way up. He didn't care what matches, 2-on-1, whatever. He worked his way up. If he's playing it the way I think he's playing it, he's going after Scorpio Sky first. After he if he does it this way, it will be awesome. Him taking Scorpio, take the TNT, then not that much longer and go and literally step up and go after whoever is the AEW champion and say, hey, I will cash in for the first time ever being done, cash in the TNT title for an AEW title shot.
Right.
Which I would love to see. That would be hot if AEW would do that, where that TNT title you can cash in for a chance at a title shot.
True. And
But
that'll be a different type of way of doing it. Like I never seen anybody do that. Even with I think wasn't the only one I really almost did
Impact,
that was Keith Lee when he
no,
was with NXT.
no, Impact was the only one that had the X division where you can trade it in for a world heavyweight title shot.
Gotcha. So Impact was the only one.
Impact was the only one, but for AEW, instead of going, oh well, I got this next month, or the next following month. No, you gotta hold that TNT title for saying 4 good months before you can even cash it, and you gotta at least defend it at least twice in a 4 month period.
Right. And don't mind little Bully Black Jr. in the background. He's kind of making himself presently known in the little world out there.
Yo, I got 2,500 on my godson that he could drop anybody in the ring.
So if you think you can go up against this little bully right here, good luck.
And we're not, and trust me, we're not saying because we know how it feels. We've been victims.
Someone at Gigi Arizona says, Bully Bio, I owe you a sincere apology.
Okay. I'm kind of lost, but okay.
Don't know why. What's the apology for? What's there to be sorry for? Don't be sorry. Do what you got. If you did something wrong, fuck it. Who cares? You pissed us off. Who cares? But back to with the show. But I hopefully with Punk, if he is going after the TNT title, hopefully with that it actually brings in a lot of revenue, a little bit more revenue, and maybe be more like prestigious, like how with Mr. Brody Lee, may he rest in peace, did with the title when he first had it. But here we go. She said, "I had no idea that Becky Lynch sold her soul."
When I said about how Becky, okay. Remember last show how she stuck up for Becky with Belair? And I turned around and said Becky was a sellout and everything. So, okay. But hey, there's no apology. It's no, to be honest, there's no apology for that. You shouldn't feel sorry. It's your opinion.
Right.
And that's what this show is about. We don't judge no one like other podcasts do. This podcast, you can say what you want about anything about wrestling. It's how you feel.
Anything about wrestling, and just remember, there is a guideline that we do follow. Like no kind of inappropriate name calling, nothing like that. Nothing against the LGBTQ community. None of that.
No racism, no nothing. And if there's if there is, you're done. You're off the show. You're banned. And I don't care. I will put your name all over social media. Do not let this person in any groups because this is how they are.
Exactly. Because we don't need that kind of stuff out there. And right now, like for us, we're just trying to make this show in a very positive and prestige kind of show where that is like we said, let you guys talk, let us talk, and get your point out there and all. But anyway, as we continue on with the AEW topic, there was a 8-man tornado tag team match with on one team with Sting, Darby Allin, and the Hardys versus the Butcher, the Blade, and Private Party as they had the match squared off back and forth with that. And if I remember correctly, the Hardys helped out and actually got the victory with the team, with teaming up with Darby Allin and Sting. I gotta say, with Jeff coming on, with the Hardys getting back together, and with teaming up with Sting and Darby, wow.
Well, you know why they're teaming up.
Why is that?
They're retiring. This is the
Ah,
last run of the Hardys. Why do you think they're going by the Hardys instead of the Hardy Boys? Even
that's
in
what people were saying.
even in Impact, when they went to Impact, they went by Hardy Boys. Now they're doing Hardy and AEW. And it's the last run.
Gotcha. And she said, Gigi said, I had no access to TV for a while. I was out of the state, so I was out of the loop for over 2 years. So she wasn't really in the loop with wrestling for over 2 years.
It's understandable. But hey,
But
now you got a podcast that brings you all up to current date now.
exactly. Like I gotta say, with Darby and all, I think with Darby, I'm waiting for Darby actually possibly maybe breaking off from Sting at some point. When do you think that's going to happen?
To be honest, I see it happening when Darby is ready for that. Right now, he's still learning all the skills and all that Sting has done.
Right.
You figure right now, Sting is his mentor. Sting is his sensei. Sting is his god. Because Darby wants to be better. How do you get better? By working with the better.
True.
And it's going to happen. And when it does, it's going to be. I think that's when Sting's going to retire.
Do you think? Do you think? And I think it may happen, but I want to see what your opinion on this one. Do you think when Sting retires, it was actually maybe be a retirement match against Darby Allin to see if he has what it takes to be an actual solo? As I'll put it, as a solo Stinger.
Because if you look at it, I mean, and a lot of people didn't, but you know me, I'm was in the business, still have connections, but haven't been back into the business like that. But I saw all the obstacles when Sting made his appearance. Who was he going after it originally?
In the
Darby.
beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was going after Darby for the TNT title. And out of nowhere, him and Darby teamed up. Reason is because Sting saw himself in Darby and all that and all. So I think that's going to be a retirement match.
And Gigi, I see your question that you posted up there. We'll get your question near the ending. If you have any more questions that comes up, let us know because it's a question towards you, Bio. But well, wait a minute because she's asking the questions about what your attire and all with that. And one thing she said as well, she said that I'm surprised that Sting is still active at 63. I thought he retired years ago. Technically, he did. He did retire when he went to the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony when he got inducted in. He retired that day, but unfortunately, he wanted to still get it back in the ring and all. He wasn't really finished because he thought that with the injury that he had with Seth Rollins was the end. Technically, he thought, but apparently not.
If you really want to be technical, he retired
3.
WCW, Impact, WWE.
Actually, he didn't retire WCW. He actually went from WCW when they closed the doors and jumped over into Impact. His contract was actually up when the door closed.
Yeah, but if you want to get technical, that's considered retirement.
So wait,
From
his contract retire. His contract expires. That's retirement.
no, when when a company goes under, it's basically you're retired from that company. Like I got retired from DWF and local because they're. I mean, if they are, I haven't heard them being around, but at the time, DWF and local, like PWU, I retired from PWU, retired from that company, all
Right.
because I went to another company and wrestled, but I still retired from that company because now that company's no longer no more.
Right. So yeah, let's hopefully with that and everything else, it actually plays out right for Sting that he does that. Plus, a lot of people have been asking me what Sting. They're saying like, do you think that everybody's been asking me, do you? I think that Darby Allin and Sting should hold the AEW tag team titles together.
Why not? It'd be a good run.
Yeah, it would be. I think with them as tag teams, I think they'd be really good. It'll give a push for Sting a little bit, at least to have him held one more title in his career to add on his gigantic fucking his what do you call his career of titles that he held, and he held a lot of them. He held the WWE, the WCW title, the World Heavyweight title. He held the Impact title. I can't even count any more than that because I know there's more probably going over to Japan. Probably, if I remember correctly, he was with Japan.
Who?
Sting.
Uh-huh.
So it's like his legacy is already up higher than most people.
But that's a lot. A lot of people, to be honest, a lot of people don't see that. That these guys do go to Japan and all that to pick up more skills in wrestling because there's all different types of styles of professional wrestling.
Right, because you have look at the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers have a really great with that, with holding their way in with learning the Japan way. Like they started off in America with WWE and Impact and all that, and then they went over to New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they're technically still from that area, and they learned everything from that, and their trait that how they wrestle and everything else is a mixture between Japan and American wrestling. Hopefully, like for us, like I'll say it right here, and I don't care what any of y'all say. The TWP is a Bullet Club fan. We are with the Bullet Club all the way. You don't like what we like? You don't like it? Doors that way. So either take the sweetness, the too sweet about it, or fuck off. Yes, Bully Jr.
That's boogie. No, that's bully negative.
Bully negative. Yes, he is bully negative. So, Georgina said, from what I heard, Bianca may not make it to WrestleMania due to her throat injury. I don't know how well that's what's true. Come on, they said the same thing about AJ not being in it.
Hi, Duke.
I gotta love my godson.
Come on.
But
he's hiding.
I could see it them redoing how they had Becky take the title.
Yeah.
That's what if they do that, that would be an awesome switchover. Oh, Belair's out. She can't compete. Let's get some jobber in there against Becky because it can't cancel that match. And then out of nowhere, the jobber gets beat before the jobber gets beat. Belair pops out of nowhere and goes, "Oh, you thought I was done? You thought you did me in? Nope, sorry, it's on now, bitch."
Sorry, a little hard to talk from at the moment. I'm being beaten up by Bully Negative. But yeah, I think that's a little bad how they made her lose the title. But even what Becky did, putting the chair around her throat, it's a lot harder than sometimes that injury is preventable to happen from what she did with that. But what I'm hearing from other people that there's actually the possibility that she could actually still make it for that title match, no matter what.
And I'm telling everybody this now. Again, it's 50-50. But you can still get hurt. You can still get seriously hurt to the point you can lose your life. So if you don't got it, then don't get into it.
Exactly. And yes, folks, I'm going to break kayfabe for a minute right here. Yes, I am a father. I love my kids, and my kids are going to be part of the show, no matter what. They're part of how this community. They're the reason why I do some of this kind of stuff as well, to keep anything entertainment, and they keep me happy. So you're going to see my kids on here off and on. So don't like it, don't like how the content's showing and everything else, go fuck off and get out of here.
Or you can come and see me because this bully's always ready to bully someone.
If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Fuck off. Yeah, I like that little twist. And she goes and says, I did hear something about the Heart Foundation doing something in honor of the memory of Owen. Yes, actually, they're doing an Owen Hart tournament on the with AEW for the men's and women's. For this, it's a little tournament that they're doing. I don't know what's the winning of it. I don't know if it's a chance to go after a AEW title, or it's just a trophy saying that it's significant, saying that you won the title, you're one of the best. I don't know, but I think it's actually a good idea doing this in honor of him, because I think with Owen Hart could have had a very long legacy if it wasn't for the fact that WWE decided to have him try to do that high flyer and the damn freaking cord breaks. I know they've done a lot of it like that, and they said that if Vince does it, you can do it. But here's the question: did Vince do that one? Because you've seen in everywhere else, Vince jumped off the damn ledge when he was showing Gronkowski how to do it right. Vince did it from the top of the building when Shawn Michaels came down, sliding down. Where's the fucking clip of him doing that, what Owen did before that match?
So wait a minute, but still, what I don't get is, so if Vince decided to jump off a bridge without a safety net, all the other guys are going to follow behind him.
Apparently.
That just makes you stupid. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Owen Hart, but if that was the case, then Owen, God rest your soul, but you were stupid.
Like, I understand you're trying to do a superhero kind of gimmick and trying to make it the illusion of him flying down from the rafters and trying to pull a Sting, but you need more fucking safety. I'm sorry, they should have tested the rope before they even got him up there. They should have tested him with everything. And this is why they call us men dumb. I'm sorry, I had to fucking say it because that's what really makes me fucking crazy with. Because they always try to push us and say, hey, you guys are fucking idiots because of the fact that you're doing all these fucking stunts. Why are we doing these fucking stunts? Because it's for your entertainment, or it's just that because we want to have some fucking fun. But I know Bio has a different way of saying it because of the fact that he loves the fucking pain.
I love pain. I love violence. I love victim pain. I love flicking violence. So how other to do all that without getting in trouble? The wrestling. And I don't do it for money. I don't do it for fame. I just do it for fun.
Yes, folks, you just got a chance to see now my daughter, who, she's Bully Harley. You fuck with her, you gotta fuck with both of us. And if you had to fuck with both of us, you're gonna be dealing with another Harley. You met her once, but you haven't met her when she's pissed. You pretty much will be rest in peace. And it's something that you don't want to fuck with. So, and Gigi said, I watched that match, including that accident. They cut to commercial and then went to the next match. I was horrified. And it was a horrifying accident. And it wasn't scripted, it wasn't nothing. It's a scary moment. You don't know what's gonna happen to you.
And you know what's funny? I got to see it.
Oh.
I wasn't there. It was probably I was probably a kid or before my time. I'm not sure. But I watched it on a videotape. After I watched that was it. I didn't watch wrestling for quite a while. But later on, it got me in, and look where I'm at now.
Yeah. So there was a match with the Varsity Blondes versus it was John Moxley and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Both matches went very well. Bryan Danielson and Moxley pulled off with the win. And Moxley had to say this. We had to say for this. He's like, I am a very lucky man, very, very lucky man. I have been fortunate enough to compete against the best in the world and compete and learn from the best in the world. But there is only one man who opinion I care about. Our leadership, our lordship, William Regal, and steals the approval from Lord Regal. Lord Regal is the only badge of honor that I ever needed. And then he goes, just like my friend, the perfect wrestler, is the great American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. We were forged in combat. But this message is for anybody who has to think, anyone that thinks that they have what it takes to stand beside us. If you think you got what it takes to ride with us, you need to reach deep down into your soul where your love pain. If you want the badge of honor from the Blackpool Combat Club, you have to earn it the hard way. So, Bully. What do you think about the words from Moxley himself?
Can we go to an AEW show so I can turn around and tell them I'm down?
But here's one thing about that. If you want to go down, do you think you can handle both, or actually all three maybe, Regal, Bryan, and Moxley?
Huh.
Hey, Mox, I hope you're listening. And this is on YouTube. He's ready. This man's ready.
Not scared.
Maybe a sealed trash can lid will make some sense to you.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, by the man himself.
But to be honest, if they are going to recruit, it's going to be. I'm going to tell you now. They're going to put down the House of Black. They're going to put down every goddamn stable that AEW has. You got a suicidal, crazy, dementic, freaking lunatic that does not care. Then you got the American Dragon who does not care. Then them playing it smart the way they're doing that. You want to be part of us. You got to show us that you could be part.
Right.
And if you're down with the be with them, it's a deadly force of reckoning.
That is true. That is true. And Gigi, I see your question. Your question will be, like I said, will be answered towards the end of our topics. Like I said, bring them up. Keep throwing the comments up there with your questions. We'll definitely get through them as we can to get through. Yeah, one thing I had to say, I like the name, the Blackpool Combat Club. I like that. It rolls off the tongue. I like how it talks, how it actually feels. It's actually pretty much adding the English twist to a military base, pretty much. And it's pretty much saying they're the ones you have to walk through before you can enter the business.
I mean, because look where Moxley came from. CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling.
There you go.
So that man knows nothing but violence. Daniel Bryan, Brian Danielson, ROH. Some probably did. I don't know. I haven't seen him in CZW, but he could have done some matches in CZW. But that man's done violent matches. That's what they know from the indies. So you got two people who's been from the same building, pretty much cut from the same cloth, together and recruiting. I feel sorry.
Yeah, you're right with that one. And I'm doing a little bit quick research real quick and trying to see if he was with CZW because I know Brian Danielson actually was over in Japan before. He actually did some match. He actually was in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yeah, his early career. I'm trying to see where he was with matches and all. And it doesn't say he was with he did CZW, but he did a lot of he did independent circuits for a little while. Now he did the NWA. Here we go. He was with a German wrestling promotion called West Side Extreme Wrestling, which he won the WXW World Heavyweight Championship. And then he debuted in Philadelphia with an independent called the CHIKARA to compete in the King of Trios tournament. Wow. Pretty much he did a lot he did a lot of extreme kind of wrestling. So he does have that extreme side to him where he will do whatever it takes to win.
I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I know these guys, so I know their backgrounds, like Brody Lee, CZW. God rest his soul. God, I could name a whole shitload.
So, Bully, what do you think with Adam Cole stealing the AEW title 1 week and then all of a sudden stealing the AEW World Tag Team titles as well?
Maybe it's that the Bullet Club is taking over everything. But even if, I mean, the way I say it, How can I put this?
Sorry about that. Dad move kicked in.
If by him doing it, I think it's saying, hey, Bullet Club's taken, and they're going to run the show for a while.
Well, there is news going around that AEW filed a patent for Undisputed Elite, to where they're going to have their own type of Undisputed Era coming into AEW. And this is going to be where that it's going to turn the tides upside down, to where they're going to get Red Dragon and Adam Cole teaming up together fully as their fraction as the Undisputed Elite. I think that this will be a great thing for them. I think it will be another big thing. It's almost like duplicating with WWE, but I think what they should do is actually bring in the Bullet Club. Don't have it as elite, and keeping everything as a elite. You want a big pop in this damn business, and for AEW to push over, actually bring up the Bullet Club. Because you already had Jay Lethal. You had what's his name? Not Jay Lethal. Bullet Club member from it's on Impact. You know who I'm talking about. He made his appearance on AEW. We've seen him at the show. Came out with the Good Brothers.
I forget.
Like Jay, I don't know. I think it's Jay. I know he's. Damn, I'm gonna be freaking getting murdered on this.
Jay Lethal?
Not Jay Lethal. Crap. Now you're gonna get me thinking on this now. God dang it.
Well, let's get on, and if it comes to you.
Yeah. It'll come back to me as always. Everything does. But anyway, if they can get them in and get the whole and start getting the Bullet Club built up, this will become one of the most top shows ever. Like, yes, the Bullet Club is pretty much the NWO, but global. And you get Bullet Clubs in each one.
Maybe that's why they're forming the Blackpool.
Maybe.
Blackpool versus the Bullet Club.
But why do you think they should have had WWE? Why had WWE hasn't trying to join the Bullet Club? Had the Bullet Club name come through? Are they too afraid?
Yup. They're pussies.
So that's what we're going to do for now with WWE talks. We're in the AEW talk, but let's jump into WWE. One thing that really pissed me the fuck off, and she brought it up. Gigi brought it up. Oh, I can't believe The Miz took Rey Mysterio's mask off and stole it. That was a low blow. That was a fucking low blow that he did. And taking a luchador's mask off in front of the whole fan is disrespect. So doing something like that is really something that you should not fucking do. Yes, it shows disrespectful to the luchador community. It shows disrespect to his family. But taking off a luchador's mask is one of the most sacred things in fucking wrestling. You, Miz, I don't know why the fuck you did it. And you know where the line is fucking crossed.
Because the Miz is a jobber. He's a wannabe. He steals everything from everybody. He can't come up on nothing on his own. Come on now. He stole at the time Daniel Bryan's yes kick. Well, Daniel Bryan's kicks and turned it into the it kicks. His move, the what is it, skull crushing finale?
Yes.
Is actually Mr. Kennedy's moved Cole to mic check.
That is true. And the guy who I was talking about is Jay White.
Switchblade.
Yes, the Switchblade. But that's one of the big, which I had some help from the background producer of our show, Miss the bully Harley Q.
What I gotta say is though, the Miz needs to get knocked the fuck out for that shit. And I hope Dominic puts a fucking beating on him like there's no end.
I think that's going to happen. I think this is where Dominic is going to get that big push because Dominic really needs that push. I'm sorry, Ray. I love your legacy. I love how you were. But I think it's time for Dominic to go solo and get himself into his own legacy.
It's not even about that. Sorry, though. It's more about let him go out and fight the honor of the family.
Thank you.
It's time.
And Gigi says, I wanted to know whose dick the Miz has been sucking to get what he wants.
You got to ask. Hold on now. You got to ask Maurice because she has to choose each dildo each night.
Then you had him. Then, plus, mind you, how would you want to bet he gets controlled by Maurice, Vince, Stephanie, and Triple H?
I see more of Maurice and Vince.
Well,
Vince is the guy.
You don't want to fuck with a French Canadian.
Look, Vince with the Miz, Vince is his guy with the old balls. And Maurice,
he still can run.
And Maurice is Mrs. You know.
But even with that, you got to think as well. You got to think one thing too with Vince. At least Vince still can perform still at a high stage at the age of what is he like in the 70s?
Think so.
And he can still do that shit in the ring. God bless the man. But like that was the biggest thing that really pissed me off, and including with WWE with Brock going after Roman Reigns and literally going after the car, smashing the windows, ripping the door off, taking it to the ring, and then going back after it again and taking everything off. This is going to lead up to a match for this coming weekend for WrestleMania, which is this Saturday. Night 1. Then night 2. That Sunday. There's a lot that's as I put it as like I'll put it out there right now. Where Bio and I will be watching it everything that Sunday due to the fact that I actually have work. Yes, people, I gotta make a damn living. This is not my living. This ain't paying no fucking bills. If it was, this will be a better scenery.
Getting off topic.
Thank you. But that will be one of the with this match coming up. There's a lot with Brock Lesnar getting the titles. Then you have Becky and questionable as they're saying Belair, but I think Belair will be back. You had the tag team titles going up. Those tag team titles going up for the line. You had I think the Intercontinental title is up for a line, but I'm not sure what night. I think they're going to have the United States. You have the United States title coming up for the line with Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Ooh, excuse me. Then you have a couple other matches going through, like solo matches with the one big one I cannot wait is Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. Hey, Bully, what do you have to think about with any of the matches coming up? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking for Brock to rip Roman's head clean off his shoulders. Then then turn around and re-shove it down and take the title. I want to see Kevin Owens get the biggest fucking can of whoop ass ever. And I'm hoping that Belair comes out and beats the living day shit out of Becky. Because Becky shouldn't have that title regardless.
True.
But my main match that I'm looking forward to was watching Brock rip Roman's head the fuck off. And Roman's a bitch.
So we're
I'm the tribal chief.
We're gonna get out of WWE. We're gonna jump into the show we were at, and I have proof. We definitely do have proof. Right up there, you see us right in the background, right there. That was us at the Impact match, right at the 2300 arena. We had a fucking ball at that match. We were able to see different matches that night. We saw a triple threat match. These were the other two competitors with Willie Mack, which unfortunately, when one thing, Speedball did win that match. Then we had the match with Mickey James for the AEW Street match.
Don't get me started.
Street fight with the Impact Knockouts champion. Plus, they had a tag team match that went through with the Good Brothers and Violent Design. But that night was phenomenal. I had a blast with it. One of the best matches that I watched out of the championship match was the Mickey James match. It's a shame that she wasn't able to regain her title. I still can't believe that she didn't win it. But we got a lot of recognitions with that. A lot of recognition from the guys, from the people there. A lot of Mickey James heard us shouting back and forth. Even Mickey, when I yelled out at Mickey James, you heard our voices. We were pretty much chanting the whole entire damn crowd. If you guys watched that, that was us yelling. Nobody else, but him and I. Bully, speak.
I don't think it's safe.
Why do you think it's not safe?
Because you know how my mouth is.
Oh, yeah, loose cannon. And, before I forget, during the match, I don't know if they showed it with this match, but this is a very hard hit, and surprisingly, the table didn't break. It was a hard hit.
One more time.
Wait, I'm sorry. One more? But that was a great night for us. At least now we can actually show some photos. There is more photos, but we can't show them yet because they still haven't. There's some more recordings, and we're still waiting for next week to see what it is. Once I can show you those photos, it'll be great. Because spoiler, there was a women's battle royale match for a chance at the title. I can't say anymore. I can't tell you.
So Matt Cardona. So Matt Cardona, you think it's okay to put your hands on a woman and think you can get away with it? Well, guess what? You don't get away with it. Now you just have pissed off a bully. See, there's one thing that makes it different from me and you. I don't need to beat women to win my titles. I'm not a bitch and a pussy like you. And Mickey, I hope you drop kick him in his damn nuts where he can't have kids.
Here's one thing that really pisses me off with that. It took him a chair shot to take out the first Impact Digital Champion. And then now him going after that. And he holds how many titles now? 7 total titles in 7 different companies.
So, Matt, if you really think you got balls and you really are a true man, then how about this? I'll offer you out. I'll give you a challenge. See if you got the balls to accept. I'm willing to sign any document paper to prove the company can't be reliable. But I'm going to tell you this, I will whoop your ass one way or another. So, Matt, here's your challenge. You know how to find me. You can reach out. We're on YouTube.
And we're on Twitter. You can follow us at the TW Podcast 21.
Because I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. But are you? If you're not, here you go. We'll give you 1 month. I'll give you 1 month, Matt, to accept my challenge. If you don't accept, then that just proves everybody you're nothing but what I thought you are anyway. Ain't nothing but a bitch that can only win a title by beating a woman.
So, we're going to do our questions before we get into the local kind of stuff. One of the questions that was asked by Gigi, she was asking with it, hold on, give me a second, let me bring it back up, was, hey, Bio, what's with the shades?
Part of my character.
And another question that she put up here. I have a question for Bully Bio. Do you plan on getting back to being fully active wrestling in the business? Are you able to?
Right now, it's just a thought of getting back in. Nothing's 100% definitely. Nothing is set in stone. But before I ever make that announcement, I want to weigh out the pros and cons. But if I do, yes, I'm healthy for it.
There you go. You got the questions to be able to answer right out there. And as I said, we got some local promotions going on right now. We have the ACPW, which is located in Media Delco, Pennsylvania. They have a really good matchup card going on right now, which is on April 9th. This coming Saturday at the Media Community Center, which is 301 Jackson Street, Media PA 19063. The doors open at 6 p.m. and the bell time is at 7 p.m. They already have the matches going on. You have the ACP champion Ty Reno. You had the AC Revolution champion Core. You had the 410 massive, and then you had the ACPW Tag Team Champions, the Rux, and you had the Delco Dragon, Johnny O, and the Captain Mike Goldstein. Which you have a couple other matches going on. You had the ACPW United States title match with JT Reno and Alsum. Then you have what is that? You have another matchup going on. You have the Fully Loaded versus Strangers and Friction. Then you have Sheen Raymond versus Wakai. I cannot pronounce his name. I am so sorry for butchering it. Then you have Izzy McCoy versus looks like Demetrius Dawkins. who is the new ACPW Women's Champion, and so on and so forth. So tickets will be are on sale. You can get them online. Front row tickets are $25 a piece, and your other seat tickets, I'm not sure the prices of it, but when we get, it's $20 a piece. Thank you, and we'll be hopefully to see you guys out there because take a guess. The TWP, or should I say, the BNO, will be there, and you got and ACPW. Hope you're all ready to see us. We're gonna make some noise, and we're gonna have some fun with this. And all the performers there. Hopefully, you're ready to ask some questions because we're going to get we're trying to get most of these fans to do some interviews with us. Because, guys, you're going to see some exclusive interviews here from the ACPW. Maybe we can get Tyreno, the ACPW champion. Maybe we can get someone that he knows, Teji Reno, United States champion. Maybe both. Maybe all. Or something more. So, hopefully we can get you guys out there, see us, have some fun, bullshit about wrestling, all that kind of shit. Like I said, it is this Saturday, not this coming Saturday, next Saturday. Sorry, this Saturday is WrestleMania, but next Saturday at April 9th at the Media Community Center, which is located at 301 Jackson Street, Media PA 19063. Like I said, doors opens at 6:30 and the bell time is at 7. You have anything to say, Bio, before we wrap it up?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So, as always, Bully Black, Bully Bio, and from a man who, as we know that we said we don't make it, Bully Miller, here at the TWP on the All Talk Empire Podcasting Network. Thank you for joining us for the show. It was a pleasure. Hopefully you got your words out and actually heard everything you wanted to hear. And make sure if you're following on YouTube, please make sure you hit that subscription button and that bell and a reminder for every match because you want to make sure you catch everything that we do and other shows like the More Show. So please have a good night, everybody. Don't take any crap out there. And before we wrap it up, go for it, Bully.
Hey, 2 weeks, guys. So if you want to come out, chill with the TWP, chill with your boys, the BNO. Also, chill out with everybody else at ACPW. Come on out. It'd be a great on time. And trust me, there might be surprises. There might be explosions. Who knows? There might just be a lot of destruction. The only way you'll know, come and show up, hang out, and have fun. But everybody, I want to say good night, and I love you.
Have a good night, everybody. And make sure you don't take any crap from everybody. For those who's out there, fuck off. Have a good night.
Or call us.
Later, guys.